Alrighty, it was really good seeing you today. This week I just want to do a backdoor method on getting your C major scale to have a little bit more functionality. The idea is when you have your C major and you play C with your third finger and go to the open note D, E with your first finger, and that half step E to F is right there in your open note. If you practice this over and over and over again, it will inevitably lead to, when playing like this, to being able to do that same function with your second fingering for your scale. To get to that point, we have to have these 3 to 4, C, D, E, F, G, B, C, that E, F, B, C, those half steps, to start utilizing 2 different fingers and not moving around the fretboard and not getting outside of our 4 fret function. We have 4 fingers. If we start at the 5th fret, that means we're going 5, 6, 7, and 8 frets, not 9, 8. If I wanted to play that 9th, I would change my fret positioning. That's why I would have 9, 10, 11, and 12, thusly giving me this. Our lesson 2 today is an A minor pentatonic, which is the exoskeleton of that. If I move that up 4 notes and then go to my 5th and play that same thing, it becomes a different pentatonic, all right? So what happens here is when we learn these in different positions, we can move them up and down the fretboard flawlessly to get different solos. I'll go over what that is at the end of this video. For our scale here, we're gonna start with our pinky on the C note, on the G string, which means our 3rd from the bottom. Here, E is 1, D is 2, G is 3. We play at the 5th fret with the pinky key, not flat, but pointy. That half step goes to the 3rd finger. 1, 7, so C, B, right before B comes A, which is right here. I would not jump down here and use my 3rd finger. I would use my 1st finger because it is already located directly above the note I want. I'm not skipping around, I'm not doing this. I'm going pinky, 3rd finger, skipping my 2nd finger and placing down my 1st finger. C, B, A. Then below the C, I've got my G. Since I'm not playing this note like that, I'm using that difference. So the difference between the notes I play here are hard. That's one of the hardest movements for guitar, but once you practice that and it is ingrained in your head, doing these notes won't become hard because your fingers are already lined up on the frets that they're supposed to be on, which is why I'm trying to integrate this every time. If you play 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes at night when your brain is fresh and when your brain is tired and about ready to go to bed, or do it whenever your leisure is, just as long as you're enjoying it and you know the purpose of the exercise. Doing these spider exercises and focusing on down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What we have is there are multiple different layers to each lesson I do. Lesson 1 is a spider exercise, is going 1, 2, 3, 4 to keep the fingers from pointing off the fretboard and to stay locally generated right here and very close, so you're quicker on the draw. Also doing a down, up, down, up, down, up, rather than just a down, 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 or an up, 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 helps diversify your pattern so you become a better string player as far as moving around the different feelings here. That in correlation with these half steps turns into being able to do scales, dropping out notes and adding notes, which turns into melody. So the whole thing is just this pancake layer. Today's lesson, lesson 1. C, half step to B, whole step to A, down to G, whole step to F, E, D, C. Next week I would like you to come back and at this tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, Do, Re, Mi, major, which is made out of A, B flat, B, C major. Work on those two, or this week. Also, here's our A pentatonic. A minor is played here, which means if you do I could play an A minor scale, which we'll get to, or I could take the concept of E major in the second fingering, take off the G sharp, so it's just a G, which gives us E, G, B, which is a minor, scoot that up to an F minor, F sharp minor, G minor, G sharp minor, and then A minor. So when you bar the whole 5th fret and play an E minor shape right here, you get the exoskeleton for 9, 5, 9, 5. Pinky, first finger, pinky, first finger. Then we have 8, 5. I'm sorry, not 9, 5. 8, 5, 8, 5. 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. It almost feels like our whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step in that phrasing that we've got these 2, and then we've got these 3 together, and then we have that. So the only ones you're doing a 4 fret stretch are on the top 2, and then the bottom one. Every other finger should be played with your pointer finger and your 3rd finger. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna remove these 2 fingers and see if I can do it for you. See how I move my pinky there? Incorrect. Incorrect. So I'd have to have this finger on to do that. And one of the fun exercises is you can do, place that on there, make sure it's concrete, and just go down, that's the top half of the pentatonic section. You can also put your finger here on one, hold the other one, and bend this one while strumming, which gives you a blues pentatonic bend, which I was going to talk about, but we ran out of time. Long story short, I'm going to put this melody for you. And what I want you to do is for the next 2 minutes, just jam with that A minor pentatonic over the top of what I'm playing. Ready? So here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I heard over the top was like a that's just a representation of what those different intervals mean through the pentatonic system. There are major pentatonics that we could talk about, and then our next stop is to talk about how a arpeggiated scale works with that. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Aloha.